this is the overview of what we're going to do today. We're going to continue the that clause, and we're going to look at the 3 types of that clause in details. So you're going to learn about the that clause controlled by adjectives, the that clause controlled by adverbs, and the that clause controlled by nouns. Okay? The first one, when we talk about a that clause, is that a main clause or is that a dependent clause? Which one? So when we talk about a that clause, that is a dependent clause. Very good. Or we also call it as a subordinate clause. Now, when we talk about a that clause, does this clause belong to the finite or non-finite? Finite, good. So the that clause belongs to the finite clause. And what is the marker for the finite clause? What is the marker for that? What is something that marks the distinction between finite clauses and non-finite clauses? Tense, good. Now let's move on to our lesson today. We're going to discuss and have some practices for the that complement clause controlled by adjective, adverb, and noun. So I'm going to give the lecture first, and then you guys will have some practices in small groups, and you will need to draw the tree diagram for the that complement clause controlled by these words. Okay, so the overview for the that clause controlled by adjectives, adverbs, and nouns. When we have the that clause controlled by adjectives, the function of the that clause would complement the adjective phrase. Okay? When you have the that clause controlled by adverbs, then the that clause would complement the adverb phrase. And when you have the that clause controlled by nouns, the that clause would complement the noun phrase. Okay? So that's an overview. The that clause would act as the complement clauses for whatever words that signal or control the that clause. So here we have that clause controlled by a noun. Okay, it's very interesting when we talk about noun because the controlling nouns for the that clause are almost likely abstract nouns. Can anybody give me examples of abstract nouns? What is abstract noun, Rachel?
Like faith.
Okay, faith. What else? Fun, good. What is an example of the concrete nouns?
Dog.
Dog.
Brick.
Yeah. Table, chair. Very concrete. So the that clause that is controlled by noun, those nouns are usually the abstract nouns, like some abstract. So here we have an example of a sentence. He thought about the possibility that this might be another twist to the hijacker's plot. So we have the that clause, that this might be another twist, blah, blah, blah. And that is controlled by the word possibility. So the possibility here is the abstract noun that controls the that clause. Okay. So when we look at the tree diagram, you will parse the noun phrase function as a subject, which is pronoun he, and then thought about blah, blah, blah. All of those belong to the long verb phrase function as the predicate, right? And then you specify the verb phrase here, and here we have thought about what type of word, what type of verb is it? Multi-word verbs, exactly. Then you have the noun phrase functions as the direct object, which is the possibility something. So all of those belong to the noun phrase. Then you specify the head, which is the possibility, and you draw the finite subordinate clause functions as a noun complement for the positive. It's like you're ready for practice. Now, I want you to sit in small groups, and what you're going to do is you will make sentences that contain main clause and the back clause, controlled by an adjective, controlled by an adverb, and controlled by a noun. Okay? Then later on, you need to draw one of your sentences on the board, and we're going to learn from your sentence how to draw the tree diagram. Which one? This. It was so cold.
Okay, for adverb.
Oh, you can just okay. So when you do the tree diagram, this is your main group, right? So you have your NB as a subject.
It's like also
a longer phrase, and then you have the main group operator, which is copula. So here you have the subject. She had an idea. It was so cold. Yeah. All right, we're gonna have our very first book that we wrote.
Yeah. Just like aware of it.
Yeah. So abstract nouns. Can you guys give me examples of abstract nouns? Yeah, love is abstract noun. That's adjective.
Do like brave.
Bravery, courage. So let's say, oh, she has a college that people are quiet about.
It feels right. It looks
No.
right.
Is it in that sense we'll have
Yeah.
so just think in terms of, for example, the possibility that followed by the clause, but you cannot, when you talk dog that I took with me, and if you can't say, I took the dog with me, then that is not correct.
I didn't put anything down for that.
Yeah. What about if you guys draw the noun?
We are just starting our adverb phrase.
Adverb? Okay.
Yeah.
We can
Skip to the noun.
Anybody would like to do class? I know where to go. It's just the was. It's going to be the was, the main verb. And then so.
It's not that adverbial, it's around. It was adverb phrase, adverb.
Which one is an adverb?
So bad.
We're talking about so.
Whatever. So loud. I know, I don't know.
And those two just be after the
Maybe
adjective phrase.
That's right.
So loudly for, or technically in English you could say so loudly.
Can I see that?
It would be, so it goes with the S. But that clause would be very cute.
Here, we can't say.
Is so an adverb?
We were so excited to have that, it's more class.
What?
Okay, so we have pronoun with popular word, okay, adjective, phrase functions as a subject complement, had, excited. How would you correct this? So the subordinator here will be part of your finite subordinate clause, right? So it's not part of this. The line will be here. Subordinator with that and like this. Okay? Next agenda. So we're going to continue finding WH clause on Friday. And I will hand in the major assignment to Friday. You can use any class resources, and then you have to give it to me that on Wednesday next week. Yes. Sure. All right, so that's all for today. Thank you so much.